Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Ferris State Volleyball. And with us, head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. And coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Another big week for the Bulldogs. 3 matches this past week. A tough match against Grand Valley on Tuesday, but you come back and you get 2 big wins here this past weekend.
Yeah, it was a tough match, definitely. Not what we wanted to have, but it was nice to be back home again. And I thought the team rebounded well against Lake Superior State and Saginaw.
You beat Lake Superior State 3-0 on Friday. You come back, you beat Saginaw Valley State on Saturday. First, let's talk about Friday's match against Lake Superior State. An early start at noon, Books and Balls Day. Just talk about having all those young fans in attendance.
It was quite a vibrant atmosphere. It was very electric, high energy. Our cheerleaders were there. They did a really good job of just getting the crowd excited and moving. And we had lots of young kids from a couple different schools that had their field trip day and came to the game. And it was just an incredible atmosphere. You know, John Coles and his staff did a really good job with that, just getting the kids there and getting them involved. And, you know, when I was walking out after the match was over, one of the officials was walking out right ahead of me, and he turned and he says, "Wow, that was like postseason atmosphere." And I said, "Yeah, it was pretty loud."
Your team certainly took advantage of all those fans there supporting the Bulldogs. A dominating win, 3-0 over Lake Superior.
Yeah, it was a 3-0 win. You know, I don't think you ever dominate in this conference, but it was a win, and it was great. I thought Lake Superior played really hard, and it was, you know, it was a good flow. But I thought our offense was able to really come forward against them. You
came back on Saturday, taking on Saginaw Valley State, and first talk about the Cardinals, what they brought, maybe a little bit better record than Lake Superior State had coming in.
Yeah, they did. And the record's not a huge deal in our conference because it's a really tough conference, and this year especially, there's just a lot of really good teams. So, you know, Saginaw's went 3-0 in the crossover with the other region, and yet they're just in the middle of our conference, sitting right at 8th right now. So, you know, they're a very good team. Very, very good blocking team, good defensive team, and you know, we really had to work our offense to make it come forward.
As we watch some of the highlights of this match, what were some of the big keys to the victory for the Bulldogs?
You know, a lot of intangibles, just perseverance and just being really gritty in your play and coming back from, you know, we had to come back a couple times and play some really big moments, and we weren't always playing in rhythm as hitters, and I thought the hitters and the setters did a nice job of, you know, just creating the offense, even when things weren't exactly as even as you would like them to be.
Saginaw Valley State takes the first set, but your kids came right back and posted a big win in the second set.
Yeah, a big win, and then a really close win in the third set. So I was happy to see them come back. We haven't lost the first set very often, so it was kind of nice to have the experience of losing that and still coming back and playing hard. It definitely became a lot closer of a match than we would have preferred, but I thought it was just a great testament to, you know, how hard our team works and how gritty they can play when they need to.
You went to the deciding 5th set as a player, as a coach. What's it like to be involved in one of those 5-setters?
Well, we've been involved in a handful of them this year, and it's just, you know, when you get to that 5th set, it's only 15 points, and it's like, you know, it's almost like sudden death. If a team gets a 2 or 3 point lead on you, a lot of times that's the game. And, you know, they were up 8-4 on us, and so they had that 4-point lead, and eight points is kind of the half mark. And you usually look for, you know, that team that reaches 8 has about a 75% chance of winning the match. And so, you know, you just really have to work hard and to fight and just work to create your own breaks at that point.
Hard to believe, but the final week of the regular season is already here.
It is.
Two road matches this week. As you travel to Hillsdale, you travel to Northwood on Saturday, and two very good opponents, kind of like you've been playing here in recent weeks.
Yeah, this is our pod in our conference. It's Grand Valley and Northwood, Hillsdale, and Ferris. And our pod, the 4 teams are 4 of the top 6 in the GLIAC. So it's great competition, and the matches matter for postseason seeding. Certainly will affect the regional rankings. So you know, it's a tough road trip, and we just got to stick together as a team and try to implement our game plan.
The Bulldogs ranked 1st in the region last week. Obviously still eyeing the conference tournament here and trying to secure that first-round home match. Seems like there's a lot of teams right in the mix still at the top of the conference standings.
There are. We actually have a 5-team tie for 2nd place right now. So this weekend will determine quite a few things in the seedings.
As you get ready to wind out the regular season, start the postseason, What are some of the objectives and the goals for the Bulldogs here as you enter postseason play?
You know, we're still getting better every day, so we still have some improvements that we want to make in our play and things that we've just been working on. We just want to see, you know, get a little bit better as we go in both the offense and the defense and in the serve receive. So we just want to see those improvements continue and then just, you know, carry those through as we go into postseason.
Obviously, with this past Saturday's match being the final regular season home match, it was senior day. Brandy Marin, Angie Kent, your two seniors. Talk about what they've meant for your program.
Well, Angie's been around forever. She's been here 5 years and has just grown in ways you can't even imagine. I mean, she's such a smooth player now and has worked hard to get every little bit of that smoothness out there on the court. And she's so consistent, one of the top teams or top players in the conference in hitting percentage, and just, you know, she just really works hard for the team. And Brandy Marin has improved so much. She came in as a setter and as a transfer setter and then became a DS and eventually our libero and has worked really hard to be good at that position. So those are two kids that have just really set the tone for the rest of the team and you know, just keep pushing the team every day.
Obviously, you replace seniors every year, but it gets harder and harder to do that, and certainly those two have been a big key to the success the Bulldogs have had in recent years.
Yeah, they certainly have been. It would be really tough to replace them, but hopefully we won't have to think about that for a while.
Bulldogs expecting and hoping to have several more matches here before the season's over. Talk about how your team's grown from week one to where you're at in this point of the year.
Oh, I don't think we have enough time to go over that. We were so young and we've just grown so much. Even in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, this is a group that gets better every single day. And you know, we had a lot of improvement to make early on, but we're making it and adding on to it in every aspect of the game, offensively, defensively for sure, passing, you know, definitely at the setting with the freshman there. She's improved a lot, so just in every aspect.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the 2 wins this past weekend. Best of luck as you play your final 2 regular season matches this weekend.
Thank you much.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.